So spring is right around the corner, and with that, Easter's coming. And as we go into a lot of the stores, we'll see little baby chicks and bunnies and ducks in the stores. And a lot of people think they're really cute, and they just swoop them up and take them home, and they don't know what they're getting into. So we wanted to encourage people before they do that to research and educate themselves in knowing exactly how to take care of these critters, because they do grow up and they get big, and it's a lot of work and a big commitment. The chicks, they're usually only a few days old when they have them in the stores, and they need special lights to keep them warm. They need chicken food. They need to be cleaned every day, and it's a job. They grow really fast. They start laying eggs around 6 months, maybe a little bit earlier than that if you want to get them for the eggs. But they don't lay eggs all of their life. So they do stop laying, and then you have birds that don't lay eggs. So you have pets that you're going to have to take care of and feed. So there's a lot of things to think about. Housing is very important. It seems like chickens everything wants to eat chickens, so you really have to protect them to keep them alive.
There's a few things I wanted to talk about with the chicken coop today. Behind me, you notice that there's a shingled roof that keeps everything dry on the inside. A lot of times the chickens, well, they can have their own way, whether they like the weather or not. Some want to be inside, some can come outside, so you want to give them that option. You notice the door on the front that locks. A few things with this enclosure that we did. We had to figure out where we wanted to put it in the yard, and this is kind of a shady area that gets some sun, because you don't want them in all sun all the time. We put 2 cages together here that kind of gives them a good broad area to walk around in. And if you look down here, we had to put this chicken wire all around the bottom. We had to dig out about a foot down to get down far enough so no animals could dig in that could potentially harm the chickens. Same things with the netting on the top. You can get owls or hawks that want to swoop down, and we just put a little zip-tied netting on here.
So it seems like it can be pretty expensive to have chickens.
Yes, it could get pretty pricey. By the time you buy all this fencing and cages and building the coop.
So, and with the ducks and the chickens, expect, mud in the springtime and the fall when it gets wet. So it's not always going to be a beautiful green grass where they stay. Ducks especially can be pretty messy in that regard, and they do need an area to swim. A lot of people get baby pools for them to swim in, and it can get pretty messy in the spring and fall.
So this is Booker. He's a rescue bunny. He's been with his family for about 4 years. He's very quiet. Bunnies, when you see them, they're all little and they're cute. People pick them up, but they grow to be bunnies that need special care. They need special food. Bunnies like quiet places, so with children that are quiet, that's good, but with a bunch of rowdy children, not a real good environment for bunnies. They eat veggies, hay, and pellets. They need interaction. They like to play and run. They need a lot of room. And their teeth grow constantly too, which a lot of people don't know. So they need things to chew on. And what happens is they chew on things, and they can be destructive in the household. They chew on wires and furniture and rugs and things. So you have to be very aware of that and research in what you're getting into. So bunnies can be really great pets, but they do need a lot of attention, special care, and a lot of room to run and play, and a quiet environment too is very, very important, because they're a bunch of scaredy cats. And if you do think that you do want a rabbit for a pet, it's a good idea to research. Rabbit.org is a good website, but research and just know what you're getting into, so they do get the proper care that they need for a safe, happy home. And it is a commitment. 12 years. A friend that comes in here has bunnies, and she's had a bunny for 12 years, so it is a long-term commitment to think about as well. And also, a very important thing for bunnies when you get them is to spay and neuter. If they're not neutered, they will spray around the house, and also if they're not spayed, it actually 85%. If the females are spayed, it reduces their risk of cancer by 85%. Because chicks grow up to be big chickens and need a lot of care, and little bunnies grow up to be big bunnies that need a nice, quiet environment, children would probably be a lot happier with a little stuffed bunny.